Hey, welcome to the AL.com film room. I'm Matt Scalisi here with John Parker Wilson, our Alabama football analyst, and we're here to take a look at Alabama's loss to Ole Miss from over the weekend. We're going to break down a few of the most important plays from this game and maybe see where things went wrong. But before we do that, John Parker, let's talk about this game a little bit. Where exactly do you think Alabama got off track in this game in terms of the offense?
I just don't think we ever got a rhythm going. I think we tried to get it going in the running game, and I think that was one of the highlights for us was T.J. Yeldon running the ball and having over 100 yards rushing. But it just seems like we never got in rhythm and never could sustain drives to go down and score points.
All right, well, they were able to get some things going early on in this game. Here's a play from the first quarter where they're able to get a decent completion downfield to O.J. Howard, but still some signs here that maybe this is going to be a tough day for Alabama.
Yeah, this is a good, nice play-action pass play to O.J. Howard, getting the ball downfield, trying to get him some touches early. But what we see here is Kim Dichie really getting after the quarterback and making his presence known. Blake has to take another step to set up in the pocket right here. He throws a great ball to O.J. He does a good job of getting open, but a lot of pressure right here, and Blake taking a hard hit. Okay, let's break this play down a little bit, though. This is one of my favorite plays running. It's just an easy read. The quarterback's reading 1, 2, 3. He's reading the deep ball first to Amari. Then he's reading this corner route from O.J., and then there's a back in the flat, and he's just reading it right down the hill. And the first read's covered with the safety over top. He comes to his next read. O.J. does a good job of finding the void in the zone, getting open, and then really getting a nice grab with a hard hit right here. And we see Blake, just getting hit, something that we saw all day long.
All right, well, a little bit later in the game, it looks like Alabama kind of made a decision that they were going to pound it at Ole Miss. They were going to run the ball and see what happens, and they had a lot of success doing that. Yeah,
they really did. They gave the ball to TJ and just let him go. Let the big guys up front block and really just try to establish the running game. And this is the drive that we ended up going down and score. We were able to sustain the drive with runs, and we ended up scoring. We'll see TJ right here on just standard zone play to the left. The defense is overloaded this way, and we're going to run and attack them to where they're weak up top. And when the offensive line does a really good job right here of sealing out and springing him forward for the run. TJ does a good job of getting in the secondary and just getting a big play right here, getting the drive going. But we'll see these one-on-one matchups right here. Even the tight end is kicking out his guy. We've got seal blocks from these guys. The whole defense is sealed, and then TJ just is able to get up, find a little crease, and then get some big yards after the run.
All right, so a little bit later in the same drive, they're basically keeping it going. It's working, so they don't stop, right?
Yeah, we're going to run Yeldon left. We see Fowler get a good kick-out block and also Vogler. 2nd and 6 right here, and we're really got to get down and get close to the red zone. And he does a good job of breaking a tackle and really second effort getting his first down.
So all of this running ultimately leads to this touchdown play, which is a little bit unexpected, kind of a simple play call, but it's very effective here.
Yeah, definitely. Always wanted the coach to call this play for me, but he never did. A little more confidence in Blake Sims running the ball, and I think it's just a great play call by Lane right here. 4th and goal. We're going to try to run it up the middle like we've been doing the whole drive. But instead, Blake just keeps it. He's probably the only guy on the team that knew he was keeping the ball. And obviously, nobody on the defense recognized it either and just walks in for the touchdown.
All right, so a little bit later in the game, Alabama has not had as much success in the second half on offense. And they're struggling here in the fourth quarter. We're going to see a sequence of plays here that just doesn't go well for Alabama. Leads to having to punt the ball in a pretty key moment in the game.
Right, so first play right here, we get 6 yards on 1st and 10, which is great. Sets up the rest of the down. So 2nd and 6 right here, we need to kind of keep it going, get something positive. But instead, we have an unblocked safety coming right here. He's unaccounted for. Don't know what the blocking scheme was, so don't know who was responsible for him. But he gets in the backfield and disrupts this entire play. Luckily, Blake does a good job of escaping the sack and keeping us in a 3rd down and manageable, 3rd down and 4 coming up. And then this next 3rd down play is just kind of a tough read. He forces the ball a little bit. But you can see right here, this is just a double slant play. So we've got 2 slants, and TJ's still on the edge, and it's an inside-out read. So the quarterback's reading 1 here first, and then he's going outside 2. And Blake gets in a little bit of trouble because he reads it inside, outside, and then tries to come back late. And when you try to throw late across the middle, bad things usually tend to happen. The only way he could have made this play successful if he waited to the second window, threw it behind the linebacker. But at this point, with a quick game in the passing game right here, you're expecting to get hit. You're expecting you need to throw the ball. So I think he just kind of rushes it right here on third down. Luckily, they don't pick it and we can punt the ball. But this is just kind of the sequence of events that started leading to Ole Miss getting the ball and Bo Wallace moving down the field and sustaining his drives where we couldn't, convert on third down.
Okay, so basically the play that ended things for Alabama here, the interception on 2nd and long for Alabama. They're driving down the field. They're moving the ball pretty well. And Blake Sims drops back and takes a pretty deep shot at the end zone. Obviously doesn't end well for Alabama. Let's take a look at this.
Yeah, this is a tough play because we're just trying to make a play, trying to get the ball in the end zone, throwing it to the big guy, O.J. Howard, trying to let him make a play. And I think at the end of the day, I think Ole Miss just made a better play than we did. I think they came up big in the fourth quarter where we kind of didn't. We'll see Blake dropping back, and we have the vertical read right here, throwing it downfield. He does a good job of reading the safety because OJ has a step on the safety right here. It's just a corner that falls over top and makes a really good play to come up with the interception and seal the game for Ole Miss.
Okay, so coming off this loss, what are the biggest lessons this offense needs to take away from this game heading into a pretty tough game this weekend against Arkansas?
Well, I think we did a lot of good things on offense. I think TJ really got running the ball really well. Got downhill, had 120 yards rushing, and kind of established it and really had our most productive part on offense. I think if we can keep that going and just continue to get the ball to Mari, spread the ball around. We got some tough injuries right now in the wide receiving corps, so it'll be other guys stepping up. But I think about this game, I think Ole Miss just ended up making the plays that we didn't. I don't think it's any catastrophic failure from Alabama. I think Ole Miss just made the plays in the fourth quarter.
All right, well, we'll come back later this week and take a look at Alabama's defense and how they performed in the game against Ole Miss. Thanks for watching the Film Room.